Greetings, programs. Today I bring you Kerbal Space Program, which is my new love. We're getting married soon, I think. It is a simulator of space launch, I guess. You basically build a spaceship and then you see how that spaceship performs. And you have these creatures. Are they Kerbals? I don't know. I know nothing about the cosmogony, like behind the whole planet and these creatures and thing. And I think there is a wiki thing about the game which probably explains like the backstory, but I have no idea. You just basically have these 3 astronauts. They're not really participating. They are expressing some emotions during the flight, which you will see soon. This is, by the way, well, the game is in alpha, and this is a demo version, which is like a free download that anyone can get. So it's version 13.3. I think now they're up to 15.3, and it has more additional stuff. And I haven't bought the that version yet, and I will be buying it today maybe, or like this weekend. It looks very promising and amazing, and they're still working on it, and I think it's going to be a really cool game. So let's start what we were doing here. So the game has 2 phases. The one is right now there's only one building, which is the vehicle assembly building. In the paid alpha, which is $15, I think, to get to pre-order the game and get to play around with all the alphas that come out gradually. So you have more buildings there. In the demo there's only one, and this is where you build your own spaceship. There are quite a few parts in this version. You can choose them over here, but again in the paid one there's lots more, and it is amazing amount of fun to do this. I actually have a pre-built ship that I want to show you, and then the main goal today will be to get that ship to into an orbit around the sun, or whatever the star which is in this system, in this world. And yeah, I'm gonna select this so that I can just move on. There are more common modules in alpha. I'm just gonna stop repeating them myself. So what you do in the game is, I'm just gonna quickly show you. This is where your Kerbals are sitting, your guys. So you got the propulsion systems, you got the command and control. This is quite important. The SS module basically helps you to keep moving in the direction that you want to be moving. And what you do with these things, you just snap them on, and thus you build your ship. Here you have structural and aerodynamic elements. You got winglets, you got some reinforcement stuff. This makes it into what do you call it? Like it can add 3 engines here, or fuel tanks with engines and so on, depending on what you're using. Here you can see that you have the liquid fuel tank, liquid engines. This is the solid fuel booster. This is for the RCS system that helps you navigate when you're already in space, or kind of orientation, helps with the orientation. Yeah, and what do you have? Then you have a parachute, which I'm not using because I don't really intend to land anywhere. And these are empty right now. When the game is ready, it's supposed to have like different crews, and like you're managing also the financial side of the missions, and so on. So let me just open my ship. It's called my last one is the stackening. It's called because of this one. I'm gonna show you this one first. Yeah, see how stacked that is. And that one didn't work very well, obviously, because I was confused about the type of fuel tank that is, which works for what. And this only works for those small RCS modules that help you orientate. But I thought this would drive the liquid fuel engine here, but no, these are the solid boosters. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open my best ship so far. And yesterday, where the hell is it? Wait, it's up there. Oh yeah, it's up there. There we go. There's my beauty. And yesterday I managed to go into the orbit of the sun, and I'm hoping that it will also happen today. I'm using here, I don't know what you call it, like octagonal symmetry, something like you can see there's 8 engines, and there's 8 engines below them. And then there I have 3 liquid fuel with the liquid fuel engine. You can't really see what's in there. You'll see when we go from stage to stage, and then these other engines fall off to the ground. You need to eject them, obviously, to move on to the next stage and turn on the other engines. And the physics are supposed to be, they look realistic, and they are supposed to be realistic. So you can also see that these are the decouplers here. After these things, after the ones below burn out, you decouple, and then these burn, and then when they're gone, when they have no fuel, then you get like different type of decoupler here. I don't know what that one is called, by the way. It's called radial decoupler, and this is stack decoupler. Okay. And here I have no decouplers. Well, usually you would do, because if you intend to land your control module, then you're supposed to decouple from all the rest and just kind of drop down with the parachute. But we're not going to be landing anywhere, and if we're lucky, and this video is a success, it will be a success if I actually manage to get into orbit of the sun. All right, so I think we are ready. So let's go to the launch pad. So this is the launch pad. You can take a look. This is where we are. That's where we built the thing. And this is our planet. I think it's called something, but I forgot. Let me just check. There's a view of the planet. Okay, so that's the planet. It's called, what is it called? Kerbal. Okay, is the planet. And that's the moon, called Moon. And that's the sun. And we're going into orbit. We're gonna try and go into orbit over the sun. First I thought that the ship was aimed towards the moon, because it comes with like this coordinate that it is like inside, or whatever, in programmed, basically, what I already said. But I thought we're gonna just go here and land on the moon somehow. But no, it's actually, I think, aimed at the sun. I'm not sure though. I didn't even expect. I just went like, I kept going, and when I managed to get away from the gravitational pull of what's the name of the planet, the Kerbal, I guess. I just kept going and going and going and going, and until I was in orbit of the sun. So hopefully that's gonna work today as well. So yeah, you can obviously zoom in, zoom out. You got free look on this thing. So I think we're ready. One thing we need to do before the launch is turn on the SAS, which helps us stay on course. Otherwise, it's just gonna shift to the side and crash, basically. And that's it. Okay, then there is no countdown, so we got liftoff. Hopefully, there we go. I'm gonna show you from kind of from this angle as well. Even though this is like it's quite basic, but it's really cool anyway. And plus, this is the thing that you built. Oh, so the solid state engines are burning out, and they're overheating because we're in the atmosphere. But they were gonna burn out before we overheat. So we decouple that thing falls to the ground, and we went to the second stage where we have more solid state booster engines or boosters. So you can see here that this is the height. We are at 6 kilometers from the surface, from the sea level actually. Okay, get rid of that. Turn this on, and we need to go. Throttle is here. I control with the left shift, and we need to go all the way up, because otherwise you can see that we are actually falling, or slowing down and falling. But no, we're not falling. Sorry, we're slowing down. But we're gonna increase the speed now. What I do, I have three liquid state, or liquid. Is it liquid state? Is it liquid state or liquid fuel tanks? Liquid fuel tanks, I guess. Here, and I'm gonna use first and the second one. I'm just gonna keep on full thruster, the throttle all the way up, and just spend that fuel on full thrust. And you can have the G-force that is affected upon your astronauts is shown here. I think their expressions are more or less random. Though when you're falling, usually all of them are terrified. Now, like this guy's terrified, but I don't really know why. Okay, so I'm gonna show you kind of in context where we are. We are 33 kilometers. Is it 33? Yeah, 35 kilometers now from the sea level. We are still in the atmosphere. You can see this is the meter that shows you like if we are in the atmosphere or not. Okay, so we burned out one of the fuel tanks. We went to the second one. I'm not going to be slowing down. I think this is how I did it yesterday, and I'm hoping that this is going to work today as well. I'm going to show you also on the orbital map. So if this is like basically our orbit, so we're not really out of the pool yet. I'm not sure if it's possible in this build to actually go into orbit around you and on your home planet, but it is definitely possible to go in orbit around the sun. So okay, let's go back here. I don't want to miss the start of the third engine. So this is the last stage. It's stage 0 basically, because I have no decouplers anymore. I got rid of I used to have one, but I then realized that I'm not landing anywhere, so it's basically pointless to have it. This is your I don't know what it's called, navigation orb, I guess. Why we're spinning, I'm not sure. I'm gonna stop that later. I don't want to interfere with it now. I'm afraid that we're gonna plummet down if I start interfering with it now. So the second fuel tank is almost out, and with this one, I'm just gonna start slowing down. Just pulling down the throttle, because we need that fuel to escape the gravitational pull. And when we reach 2000, I'm just gonna try and like hover around 2000 meters per second. That is speed, I guess, relative to... I don't know relative to what, really. Maybe speed away from the planet, that could be it. Okay. So that's 2000, basically 2 kilometers a second. Which seems fairly accurate if you take a look at the altimeter here. This is also our speed shown on this small dial. What else is here in terms of control? Okay, this is the roll. The SAS is trying to is rolling us for some reason to the left. I don't know why. That's why we're spinning. But you know, whatever. That's our pitch indicator. That's our yaw. I think that's how we pronounce that. Okay, so we're going faster. I need to slow down a bit more. Oh man, I was talking too long, I think. I spent too much fuel. And in the end, I'm gonna show you so where we are in terms of the planet. You can speed up the time a little bit. So it's 4 minutes since, or 5 minutes since launch. But when you stop your engine, you can actually go like 1,000 times faster or 10,000 times faster, and you really do need that because you know that sun is fucking far away, like any star would be. So let's turn throttle down a bit more. We're slowly our speed is decreasing slowly, but that's fine. It doesn't really matter. Actually, I can probably even slow it down more. Now it's just too fast probably. I'm just gonna let it go down to 2000, and then I'm gonna increase it again. Increase the throttle. So we are now how much is that? 420 kilometers away from our planet. But that's like nothing. We need to be, I think. Actually, I don't remember how much. I think it was like 2,000 kilometers away that we need to be in order to go into the orbit. Okay, let's increase throttle slightly. Okay, now we are increasing speed. How far are we? Yeah, the planet's pretty big still. What you also can do in here is already, well, you can go to double time, basically any time in the game, even in the atmosphere. Yeah, it's limited, like in the atmosphere you cannot go as fast. You cannot warp the time as much. Okay, we need to conserve fuel like drastically. I'm just gonna let it even drop to the 1,000 meters per second, actually. Because before it drops there, we are going to pretty much be far away from there. Hopefully. We have reached 1,000 kilometers. I turned on the engine slightly, like for just very tiny amount of throttle, to extend this the thing that tracks basically our whatever orbit, like what it would look like if we would continue on this axis. I guess that's how it works. I'm not sure it's like oh, that's pretty cool. Oh look, nah, wait, there we go. Oh, the sun. Nice. I'm not sure. Do I still have fuel? Okay. Let's turn on again. Turn it off again. What was I not sure about? I forgot what was I. I was not sure if this is like super accurate in terms of physics. Like, if this is what our orbit would look like. But I guess what it means is that if we get there, then is this thing increasing or decreasing? It's kind of ambiguous. That this would actually look this way. I'm not sure about that, but that's fine. As long as we get to the into the orbit of the sun, I'm cool with whatever happens, or however this is illustrated right now. All right, cool. Like this is the least throttle you can manage on with your controls. It's basically between the first first marking on your throttle meter thing. I'm not sure. Maybe I should actually just kind of go full throttle for a bit. But this is extending anyway. At some point, what will happen is this blue line or blue or course marker thing will become green, and the again, I'm not sure how to pronounce this, but I'm gonna guess that it's. No, I'm even not gonna guess. I'm just gonna find out, and in the next video I'll know how to pronounce it. Okay, this thing is gonna become these two lines are gonna become parallel, which means that we're not gonna be falling down back on our home planet, and which would mean that we have escaped from it. Not that we have to. No one's really chasing us. For all we know, these three guys could be the last, remaining sentient beings or beings, period, on that planet. But again, I have no idea about the history behind this game or its characters and its cosmogony and so on. Alright, I think we've basically achieved our goal here. Even though our acceleration is still decreasing, it's decreasing very, very slowly, and right now the engine is off, which is really, really good, because I still have some fuel. If there was a need, I could just turn it on and kind of continue and increase our acceleration again. But it's like a huge fucking acceleration. That 1.5 kilometers a second, that is quite fast. I'm not sure actually. You can also see. I think maybe when we go beyond the orbit of Moon, that would mean that we have escaped the gravitational pull. You can also see. Oh wait, no, it's not what I was going to do. I'm going to show you the speed of the planet itself. Should be somehow accessible. Okay, what are we looking at? Okay, so the velocity of the Moon is. See, we have like triple the velocity of the Moon, and Kerbal should also have a velocity. Come on. Oh, its velocity will only, I think, become apparent after we are in the sun's orbit. Okay, so we have gone past orbit of Moon or Mun. I don't know how exactly you pronounce it, which is cool. So it's almost 2,000 kilometers above sea level. Okay. I'm going to now increase the time warp so that we can get into the orbit a bit quicker. Let's see if we get also that green thing like last time. I'm gonna need to also keep an eye on our speed in case it is still possible to actually crash. I think at some point I will have to increase throttle, basically turn on the engine back. Maybe I should do that right now. Oh, I cannot do that because we're warping time. Okay, let's do like that. Oh, when I turn on the engine, it starts spinning? Is that what happened just now? Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're still going where we're going, where we need to be going. Is this changing? Oh yeah, see how this is like engine is slightly basically on the minimum force, pulling us with the minimum force, but how fast is our orbit is increasing, or orbit or whatever this thing that I cannot pronounce is increasing. Let's see, they should become now any second green and parallel. Oh, there we go. See, green achieved. Nice. Now I think if we just turn off the engine again, we're still decreasing. Our acceleration is still going to be decreasing, but I think this thing is going to stay green, which means we have achieved our goal of escaping the gravitational pull, basically. Even though we're in it now, this is enough speed to get out of it. And I'm sorry that I'm explaining this in this sort of terms. I'm not really an astrophysicist or someone of similar nature. I'm just excited about, you know, stars and planets, but I don't have the terminology to sound very smart about them. All right, so what we need to do now is warp time again. Okay, so it's 10 times. Keep an eye on the speed, and we should be there pretty soon. Let's warp it some more. It's 50 times. What is my focus on? Yeah, there we go, on the ship. That's what I need. Ooh, that thing extended far. Right, cool. So that thing's gonna bend at some point, and I hope we don't slow down before that. Maybe we should turn on the engine a bit. Now let's see. Let's go 100 times. That's really not fast enough though. Just gonna turn on the engine for a bit. Okay, let's go to 100. Let's go to 1,000. Okay. Just don't wanna... Oh, there we go. I can see it now. So that's the orbit around the sun of our planet, Kerbal. And Kerbal's speed is 9,000 meters, so 9 kilometers. No, wait. 9 kilometers per second. Ours is 1 kilometer per second. Oh, I'm not sure this is gonna work this time. I hope it does. Okay, let's see. Go closer here. Come on, you can do it. I'm just gonna go all in. If it goes to 500, I'm just gonna turn on the engine back again. So what happens now? What? What does this mean? This is not how it worked last time. Oh man, I don't think this is gonna work. Oh, there we go. It did. It worked. Haha. See? That's our orbit around the sun. So this is the lowest point, I guess, and this is the highest point of the orbit. We're at 13 million kilometers from the sun, and this will be 11 million kilometers for the sun. So this is where there will be summer. No, yeah, summer on our on our ship, and this is the winter on our ship. So it will also supposed to be, I think, coinciding with actually coinciding with the orbit of our planet. Hey, where did he go? Oh, there he is. Except that the planet is moving, I think, a bit faster than us. Yeah, they're slightly faster. I'm pretty sure if we turn on our engines, then we could kind of catch up and probably even still crash on it. But yeah, this is the goal that I wanted to achieve in this video. The orbit does look a bit different this time. It was coinciding more with the orbit of Kerbal. In the last time I did it yesterday, and this is like my training of 2 hours, I think, in the game. You should really check it out if you don't even want to buy, or you're not sure if you want to buy the pre-order it and get the alpha updates. Just get the free one. There's a link in description, and it's pretty fucking amazing. It looks simple, but it is so much fun to build your own spaceship and then try to like get it places. Apparently, you can also do moon landings. In this game, where's our ship? There we go. So yeah, apparently you can do also moon landings, and you also get vertical spaceships as well. If you purchase if you pre-order, and get to play around with alpha. So which is pretty cool, and I am sure that I will be uploading more videos of this game in the nearest future. And I thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time, and probably will be in space.